Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the daily Nasdaq 100 update for March the 11th. Yes, we finally reached the area of the daily point of control, and I informed you yesterday about that importance of that level, that the market attempts to grab this liquidity down here in this area. Okay, it's a very, very high volume node here, and it is a daily point of control, which is a very, very important level. We bounced a little bit above it, so it could still be that we're going to grab this liquidity, and I'm coming to that scenario in a second. And we bounced off of here. Okay, we really bounced off of that. So I just made you aware, and this is just a little bit of educational purpose here, that these daily point of controls are an area of interest where the market tries to grab liquidity that is sitting here. And this is really happening right now. So we reached that volume node and we bounce off of that. And I'm going to show you now what I mean with that. And I told you yesterday that I tried to label that, move down. And the best I can do right now, it would be from the highs, okay, from our B wave high here, which is the high. Let me just remove that. I think it's just, yeah, so that's better. So from our B wave high, we did the C wave down in my view at the moment. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we started the fifth wave down that also consists of 5 subwaves where we've done wave 1, 2, 3. This is in my view the wave 4. And then we have one more low to do to finish the 5 of C of intermediate wave A. And for those that watch my videos, I can go through that for very quickly what I mean with that, so that we're going to see the overall chart a little bit, that we are at the model, that I have the idea right now that we are in this primary wave 4 pullback in yellow that consists of 3 waves of intermediate degree labeled here in blue. So that's an A, B, and a C wave down. That is at the moment the route or the model I'm going to watch here right now. So this is, I think, possibly a relatively long correction. And that would bring us down in the area between 15,005 to 12,715. So in my view at the moment, we are all this close to finishing intermediate wave A of primary wave 4 down here. Afterwards, we should get an ABC structure to the upside for intermediate wave B, and then still a sell-off intermediate wave C of 4. Okay, so that's at the moment the route I'm watching here. And I told you yesterday that I'm going to watch the internal count here. Oops, sorry. It was a long day, so I'm not the fastest and quickest today. So let me see. Yeah, we bounced off. You have to understand that somewhere here is the point of control, the daily point of control where we bounced off, and we did nice 3 waves up. And I think that is the 4 of our 5 down here. That means we have another impulse to the downside, and I brought up a target here, which is the 100% extension compared to our first wave of the 5. Okay, so if you know a little bit of Elliot, I can compare the waves in between, and this is how I compare wave 5 to wave 1. Okay, and that would give me the first standard target would be the 100% extension. We can also put up, and that's another scenario, that we can also put up the 61.8, and this is, ladies and gentlemen, I think exactly on the point of control. Let me just open that again. So I'm going to add that again. Yeah, see. So it could be like it's going to be a very quick wave 4 to the downside, and then everything is finished here. And that is then, ladies and gentlemen, a real nice liquidity swing to the downside. Okay, that means because we bounce a little bit above it, I mean, we hit the first area of that, but we did not really grab it. So it could be that it's going to be a quick swoop down, hit the 61.8 extension at 19,060, and point of control is 19,069, and then we get our B wave to the upside. That could be a good scenario right now. And sorry, I'm a little bit cold today. So yeah, so I think that we have one more low, and the wave 4 reached at the moment its standard resistance area between 38.2 and from 19,577 to the 0.5 FIB retracement level at 19,712. And if this is the case, we should come back down in a 5-wave move. Okay, and there comes now into play that I was talking about these two FIB extension levels. It's either a short truncation here, not a truncation, but it's a very short 5th wave to the downside, or we have the 100% extension. These two levels are 19,060 and 18,659. So this would be, in my view, now a target for this 5th wave, and I can mark this with a target box here. So that would be my target box, and it should look to the downside something like this. That we did our wave 1 already, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Okay, so I still need an impulse to the downside in my view, and it could be a relatively quick one. So what is that? So possibly wave 1 done, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and wave 5 to the downside. That would then finish our C wave and our intermediate wave A. And from here, guys, we should get kind of a, sorry, I have to move the chart a lot because it's just too far away, everything. And from these levels, let me just adjust that. I put that now to the 61.8, okay, because the depot area is so close to it. So I'm going to adjust, I'm going to assume now that we just hit the 61.8 in the 5th wave to the downside. And from here, we should get an ABC bounce in the intermediate wave B. And these target levels are now under the circumstances that we just hit the 61.8. If the price needs to go a little bit lower because we can go to the 100%, the target will move with it, the resistance area, okay? Because it's a moving target here, and that I don't have this low in already, I need to shift it then in between. But for now, I leave it here at the 61.8. So I'm assuming that we find our support here at the daily point of control, and then move our way higher from here, and then sell off again to the downside. There could be one different scenario, but I will not talk about that now because I don't want to confuse you. Maybe, no, I don't talk about that now. I think both scenarios would lead to that bounce I was talking about, but it could be that we just get another C wave and then just complete our intermediate wave A. So that our intermediate wave A would go here, and it would be W, X, Y. And the Y wave would consist of 3 waves. Okay, so this is not on the table right now, but we have to just maybe be open. But when I see that scenario is playing out, I will of course inform you about that. But for now, we have, in my view, have a good roadmap here. That we finished our wave 4 here, and we should come in one more low and then get a 3-wave up in our B wave. The actual targets now are between 20,775, and I'm going to label that now so that we just know that we should get an A, B, C structure from here in white, and then we change the degree. It would look something like this. Okay, we should get 3 waves up from this low in an A, B, C structure. And this is the target area for this. The B wave is very unpredictable right now. Okay, B waves are like wave 4s, very, very unpredictable. But the target area is between the 50% and the 78.6 FIB retracement levels. So between 20,775 up to 21,758. So this is the target area where this B wave can extend. Okay, it can go really to the high here. It can also go higher. But at the moment, I don't assume that because we're expecting a C wave to the downside afterwards. And there should be very much selling pressure from the upside here, okay? I assume that as higher we come here, that the momentum shifts to the downside and we're going to accelerate to the downside. and I don't think that this B wave will go above the 78.6. Okay, I don't assume that at the moment, so I do just an ABC up, find some resistance here, and then sell off in the C wave. We have to see how this is playing out, but for now, I think we have to focus on the lower part here on the chart. If we can find support here, get 3 waves up, and then continue our sell-off to the downside. Good, I think that's the update for today, because nothing else I can add here. Be prepared for this little bit of a next down swoop here, possibly the 61.8 extension or the 100% extension. These are both levels where we can reverse to the upside in the B wave, but I would not be surprised if we just hit the 61.8 here. Okay? Good, ladies and gentlemen. One thing I have to add here. Possibly this wave 4 is not done. Okay, I just have to add this. Maybe we can come higher again, because when you have these liquidity spikes here in a candle, the market nearly tries to grab again the liquidity up here. I cannot rule out that we maybe spike above the 50%, but an invalidation for this being a wave 4 is break above the 61.8 here at 19,846. And from here I want this reversal, and then we get our move to the upside in the B wave. Good. As always, guys, if you have questions, let me know in the comments. For those you are on the Discord server, of course, you can write me, as always, directly on Discord. But for now, I think that's a good roadmap we have here on the chart. And I wish you a nice evening and safe trades tomorrow, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Ciao.